Hi everyone, this video will show you the difference between the mitosis and the meiosis in terms of the chromosome behavior. We will use the Drosophila as the example in this video. Drosophila is having 2n equal to 6. So meaning that every single diploid cell of the Drosophila will have 6 chromosomes. So this will means that when the under the normal condition, when the cell is not undergoing any cell division, they will have 6 strands of the DNA inside. So when this strand of the DNA, if we let's say we condense them into a chromosome, they will be shown as something like this. So in this video, I will just use the line to indicate this type of chromosome. So the Drosophila is having 2n equal to 6, so meaning that it is having 3 pairs of the homologous chromosome. So it will have 1 pair of the chromosome, 2 pair of the chromosome, and 3 pair of the chromosome. So I use the same color to indicate the homologous chromosome. So 2n equals to 6 means that every diploid cell in the Drosophila will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chromosomes. When the cell want to undergo the mitosis or meiosis, they will have to go through the G1 phase, then the S phase, then G2 phase. That only then they can go into the cell division. So during the S phase, replication of the DNA will occur. So that will mean that the DNA then is to be 1 strand, but due to the replication, now they will be 2 strands. So when it becomes 2 strands, and let's say we condense them, in prophase, we condense them into the chromosome, then they will become a chromosome like this. So this one is also counted as 1 chromosome. This one is also counted as the 1 chromosome. Chromosome number is the same. The only difference is the DNA content. And this one we will discuss in the next video. So I will use an X to indicate this type of the chromosome in this video. And same thing, I will use the same color in order to indicate the homologous chromosome. So before the S phase, the cell is having this type of the chromosome. Same thing, 6 chromosomes. Well, after the S phase, after the replication, because the DNA are replicated, so now when the DNA are condensed and become the chromosome, they will become this type of chromosome. And same thing, they have 6 chromosomes here. So that will mean that the starting, when the cells start to undergo the mitosis or meiosis, in the prophase, this is the type of the chromosome that we will see. And after the mitosis or meiosis, then the chromosome will exist in this form. So we will talk about this in detail later. So now we start with the mitosis, meiosis 1, and meiosis 2. We will see how the chromosome actually looks like, or how they are being arranged, how they are being separated during the mitosis or the meiosis. So the Drosophila is having 2n equals to 6. So that will mean that, at the beginning, they will have 6 chromosomes like this. So the cell will undergo the prophase. So during the prophase, in mitosis, during the prophase, there's no synapses. So meaning that the homologous chromosome will not pair up. So that's why during the metaphase, all of these chromosomes, they will just be aligned in the metaphase plate. So the homologous chromosome, they will not pair up together. They will just be randomly, aligned at the metaphase plate. So that will mean that the chromosome behavior during the metaphase of the mitosis here, it should be all the chromosomes just randomly aligned. Let me draw this better. So you can see that during the mitosis, all the chromosome, all 6 chromosomes are being aligned randomly on the metaphase plate. Because during the prophase, there is no synapsis occurs. The homologous chromosome don't pair up. A lot of students will get confused because they were taught that in the mitosis, there is no homologous chromosome. Actually, there is. This red color one is the homologous chromosome. This blue color one is another pair of homologous chromosome. And the green color one is another pair. So this Drosophila is having 2n equals to 6, meaning that they are having 3 pairs of homologous chromosome. It's just that during the mitosis, homologous chromosome don't pair up because synapses don't occur in the prophase. So that's why they are just randomly aligned on the metaphase plate. And during the anaphase of the mitosis, the sister chromatid is going to be separated. So over here, we can see that the sister chromatid will be, will just be separated like this. So meaning that these 6 chromosomes will go into one cell in the end, and these 6 will go into another daughter cell. So with that, I'll just copy all of this again. So the daughter cell will have 1, then 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. So each of the daughter cell will receive 6 chromosomes. So that's why the daughter cell is still having a diploid. The chromosome number is same like the parent. The parent, which is having 2n equals to 6, but now the daughter cell will also having a diploid 2n equals to 6. Both the parent cell and also the daughter cell are having the same number of the chromosome. So that's why chromosome number don't change in the mitosis. Now compared to the meiosis. In meiosis 1, it starts with a diploid cell as well, which is 2n equals to 6. So same thing, before the cell can undergo the meiosis 1, they have to undergo the G1 phase, then the S phase, then the G2 phase. Same thing. So in the S phase, the application of the DNA occurs. So that's why at the beginning, the diploid cell is also having these homologous chromosome pair. But in meiosis 1, prophase 1, synapsis occurs. So the homologous chromosome, they will pair up. So that's why during the metaphase 1 of the meiosis 1, the homologous chromosome will pair up like this in the metaphase plate. They will form a tetrad and then align together at the metaphase plate like this. And that is a major difference between the mitosis and the meiosis chromosome behavior. So if you ask me, is there any homologous chromosome in mitosis? Actually, yes. It's just that they don't pair up. While meiosis 1, they still have the homologous chromosome pair. Same thing, it's just that they pair up compared to the mitosis. That is the major difference. And because of this difference, during the anaphase 1, it is not the sister chromatid being separated. It will be the homologous chromosome being separated. So that's another major difference. So that's why in anaphase 1, the homologous chromosome will be separated. So meaning that these 3 chromosomes will go into one daughter cell and another 3 will go into another daughter cell. So with that, you will see only 3 chromosomes in each of the daughter cell. From here, we can see that at the beginning, the cell is having 2n equals to 6. That is the parent cell. So parent cell is diploid, but after the meiosis 1, then the 2 daughter cell will only now having 3 chromosomes. That is half of the number of the chromosome of the parent. So that's why the daughter cell is actually having n equals to 3 only, which is haploid now. Then later on, this daughter cell will further undergo meiosis 2. It will continue with the meiosis 2. So that will mean that, over here, the meiosis 2, the parent cell will start with only n equals to 3. During the interphase 2, which is the when after the telophase 1, the cell will undergo the interphase 2. Then during this interphase 2, the cell only grow in size and there's no S phase. There's no replication of the DNA occurs here. So that means that the number of the chromosome, the number of the DNA content is all the same here in the parent cell of meiosis 2. So with that, the starting will be the chromosome will be aligned at the center of the metaphase. So during prophase, there's no synapsis, there's no crossing over. So that's why, also same thing in the meiosis 2, right? There's also no homologous chromosome because the homologous chromosome has been separated in the anaphase 1. So in meiosis 2, there's no homologous chromosome. There's no synapsis, there's no crossing over. So what happened in the metaphase 2 is that the chromosome, the 3 chromosome, were just aligned at the metaphase plate. Then during the anaphase 2, this sister chromatid of the chromosome will be separated. So with that, each of these chromosome, right, the sister chromatid will be separated. So after being separated, so these 3 chromosomes will go into one daughter cell, these will go into another daughter cell. So with that, each of the daughter cell, you can see clearly here, each of the daughter cell will only have 3 chromosomes. So that's why the parent cell is n equals to 3, and the daughter cell is also n equals to 3. So that's why for meiosis 2, we will say it's from haploid cell to produce haploid cell. So with that, that is actually how the chromosome behavior looks like, right, in the mitosis, meiosis 1, and meiosis 2. So before we end, maybe we will have a very quick recap. For mitosis, it is starting with the haploid, the diploid. It's starting with the diploid cell, which is 2n equals to 6. It has 6 chromosomes. And then during the anaphase, the sister chromatid of each of the chromosome is being separated. So end up, each of the daughter cell will still receive 6 chromosomes. So the daughter cell is still a diploid cell, which each of them is still having 6 chromosomes. So this should be the daughter cell. While for meiosis 1 is starting with a diploid cell, where 2n equals to 6. You can see 6 chromosomes here. And due to the pair up of the homologous chromosome, so the separation that occurs in anaphase 1 is the separation of the homologous chromosome. And this will mean that the daughter cell will now only receiving 3 chromosomes each. So that's why the daughter cell is now a haploid cell, where n equals to 3 only. It only contains 3 chromosomes, half of the number of the parent cell. While in meiosis 2, this haploid cell will become the parent cell to undergo the meiosis II. It will continue with that. So at the beginning, this cell is already a haploid cell, where n equals to 3. So you can see that there is only 3 chromosomes here. And after the anaphase 2, the sister chromatid is being separated. So same thing, each of the daughter cell will still receive 3 chromosomes as well. So with that, the daughter cell is also haploid. N equals to 3, only 3 chromosomes in the daughter cell. So with that, that's all for this part 1 video on the chromosome behavior comparison. Then in the next video, we will talk about the DNA content and also the chromosome number.